Good evening, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I want to introduce someone who knows the facts, keeps it fun, and has helped me and so many others make some real money. The part about this, he's all about strategy, systems, and definitely results. When it comes down to shifting your mindset, income, long-term goals, and guess what? He wants to help you as he's helped me and so many others tackle those things we just talked about. So if that sounds like someone you want to hear from, then I'm going to bring to the virtual stage no one, no other than your favorite lifestyle and legacy coach, Mr. Bernard Plunder.
Ms. Burton, can you hear me?
We can hear you, we can see you, and you're looking amazing.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, before I let her get away, this lady has over 25 years of tax and business advising. If you guys need help with any areas of your financing, she has her own office, but she's also partnering with us in this information that we're sharing. And she definitely loves have fun, pioneering the whole Southeast region, coaching up so many people, and positioning myself to make a whole lot of money for my kids. So with that being said, Ms. Burton, we definitely appreciate your service to many. And will you stick around and have a good conversation with me about lifestyle and legacy?
Absolutely. Let's go.
Let's go. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, like she said, I am currently in the east side of Atlanta, Georgia, and I grew up on that traditional way of thinking like most people. Some of you guys may have heard that we may be going into a recession right now, and I've always been told, be prepared for war in times of peace. And the reason why in April, what is it called? What's April? The financial month or something like that? So we just decided that we want to make sure that we put out some kind of financial education. We're a group of people from all different walks of life in an amazing industry, over $1 trillion industry of financing. We're with a future $1 billion company called MWR Financial, Make Wealth Real, and one of our leading teams is the Extra Digit Movement. And I'm gonna bring up a presentation that we actually put together because we're focused on helping people increase their cash flow, and their assets one digit at a time. So if you're like some people who are actually making 3 or 4 figures, we want to put you guys in a position where you're making five. If you're already making 6 figures, we would love to help you put yourself in a position where you're making 7 figures. So what you guys are about to see, and Ms. Burton, let me know if you guys can see my screen. This is a LLC conversation, lifestyle and legacy conversation. Shout out to our partner, Ms. Bartley, in the comment section. She said this is Financial Literacy Month. If you guys are on Facebook, please make sure you check out the Create Your Own Economy Financing page. We are sharing a lot of different entrepreneurs who are from all different walks of life. They actually have their own businesses. They work their own jobs, but they actually do this on a part-time basis to change the conversations at the dinner table. So like most of us, we're all either students, employees, business owners, and or military. And the thing is about our money, it all comes in differently. And a lot of these people have to pay in and put money out on these different things. Ms. Burton, I like even numbers. Can you help me out? So with that being said, I want to talk about employees and military people. Can you take a second to talk about the students and business owners and knock it on out for us?
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's start because you know what? That's the starting point. They say go to school and then they want us to get the good job. However, do you realize, Mr. Ponder, the numbers were astounding when we started looking at the loans. So the average cost right now to attend school is almost $40,000. See, what they don't tell you is when you leave and you get that diploma, that degree, or whatever that is you've gotten, now you owe it in excess of between $250,000 to $500,000 in student loans. See, the math don't be mathing because when you actually get out of school and you owe that much in a student loan, but you're only making like 40, 50,000, do you realize how long it literally will take you to get out of debt? So the thing is, some of that traditional thinking, Mr. Ponder, is not going to make us wealthy, and that's the key to it. So after you get the job, you go ahead and tell us now, after you get out of school, you got to get that good job, being somebody's employee.
Big facts. A lot of people told me that when you get a job, the average salary is about 59,000. I'm seeing here on the screen. I've heard most black men, because I am a black male if I don't look or sound like one, but it's about average black man is actually yielding $45 to $50,000 per year and looking to retire at the age of 67. And with that kind of lifestyle, to live a comfortable lifestyle, you would need about 600,000 set aside to actually have some options after retirement, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of what led me into being a business owner and connecting with other business owners, like-minded people like a Miss Burton.
Absolutely. See, the thing is, you now, okay, we go the entrepreneur route and you become a business owner. The thing is that is most times it takes that business between 2 and 3 years just to see a profit. And they always say if you can hang around to that 5th year mark, then guess what? Your feet are kind of stable on the ground. However, with the pandemic and some of the other things, I really do think those numbers right there are really, really low. Because guess what, Mr. Ponder? Between 20 and 70% of businesses fail within a whole year, 10-year mark. So if businesses are failing like that, and we were told to go, go to school, get the job, or go the entrepreneur route, I mean, what do? There's only one other, career that's left, and of course that's the military. Go ahead and tell them about the military.
Big facts, because we are partnered with a lot of people who have served our country, and a lot of them have told us over the years in our research is that most of them do a tenure about 20 years, right? Imagine getting skilled in whatever your skill is and working at for about 20 years and then retiring at 65, right? And the good thing is that they do so much. They are strong, mental, like so many other things. But the key thing in the challenge with a lot of military people when it comes to finances that we've learned is that they have to make a lot of sacrifices. A lot of them have to be away from their family and children for long periods of time and missing those special moments in life. But we guys already know that there's wars going on right now. So with just wars alone, a lot of those people are exposed to danger. And the key thing about this conversation, over the next 20 minutes, you all, we're going to show you guys the impact of a home-based business and how we're helping people get freedom, options, possibilities, and have the choice to make the decisions when they want, how they want to. So the key thing is, what do? It's three things. Not only do we show you guys how to get paid daily, weekly, and definitely monthly, our lifestyle, luxury, and legacy bonuses actually put you in a position where you can help you keep more of your money, help you make more money, and most importantly, Ms. Burton, don't you like it when your money make you more money?
Absolutely.
The key thing is a lot of people ask, so BP team, what do you guys offer, right? We offer a lifestyle and legacy membership. Our product is only $100. Ms. Burton, I love this because it's the conversation is when people are looking to get their finances straight, is it safe to say a business, regardless of what business they do, it's going to be at least $100?
Minimum.
Minimum, right? We're not talking no licensing, but the home-based business allows you to start and open up your own home-based business because where are you at now? Like most people live at home or some apartment or something, right? But our membership that allows you to shift your money back to you, having experts work on your behalf on the things that you don't want to work on is only $149. And if you're like me, you know a good date in Atlanta is about that price point. So I know a lot of you guys may have spent that on countless amount of different things. Your house or your apartment is all you need, ladies and gentlemen, to actually start a home-based business. The key thing is without having a home-based business, you're losing on average about $600 per month. This is a strategy. Most people who work a job actually get a W-2. It don't matter which kind of job it is. You make six figures or no figures. You're going to be taxed by law 28 to 33% on every single dollar that you have. But the key thing is as we work our 9 to 5s on a daily basis, most of us want capital gains. Somebody in the comment section write that down for me. Capital gains. The reason being, unlike the 33% for everybody who works a job, the capital gains is taxed at less than 15%. And the thing that balances these things out that gets you from that high tax bracket to a low tax bracket is that home-based business. Everybody who pairs their home-based business with their W-2 now get the opportunity to be able to write off their lifestyle because now you understand that bills are tax deductible, right? But your expenses are not. If you work a job and you live in an apartment or a home, those are expenses. You're not serving the community. The government gives you guys tax breaks because you add a home-based business because you're offering something of greater service to make the community better. This is why you get the average of 20% just by having a home-based business. Miss Burton, you're good with numbers and money. Can you tell them what does our membership include?
Absolutely. See, there are two arrows. We got one going up, one going down. Let's address the one going up. Mr. Ponder, what the membership does? Well, our partners, they do the things that most people hate to do. I don't like to use the word hate. Let's just say we don't like to do. However, the experts are going to work with you to get those assets up, to get that credit score up. Now to get your land where you ownership, get that up. Get us now where we investing money in God's money, what we like to call precious metals. And last but not least, let's now get our investment into private banking, what we like to call the parking lot, up as well. However, there are some things right now that are really out of control. Let's get those taxes that we're paying in. You know what? April 15th, just what? A couple days ago, a lot of people were complaining. There were a lot of people were excited about an extension. However, extension is not going to keep you from owing, you know? And then we go out because we're a little short because we've given Uncle Sam all our money. Now the debt is high. So let's lower that debt. Of course, these bills, the way eggs are like $7, $8, $9 a card,
$13 at Kroger for the good
get those down. But not least, let's work on liabilities. Liabilities are where anything that you owe anybody. And see, one thing about the membership right there in the middle is it's guaranteed. If it doesn't work for you, there's a money back guarantee. Also, for those people that are married, the spouse is included. And the best thing about it is you can cancel anytime. See, one of the most important numbers right here on that slide right there is the 2187. That number, if you really take that, let's round it back to the 2000 times 12, Mr. Potter, that's $24,000. So when you're talking about on a yearly basis, we don't want to be sitting here next year. And there's something you can do right now to grow that number for your family and your legacy, because there's no need to just keep saying or putting it off. It's not going to get any better. See, that's what the membership does for people when they actually take advantage of it. It's not going to just jump in your household and do it. No. You got to be able to now find out exactly how any of those numbers that we just talked about can help you.
And you know what stood out to me the most? Is that you said the average return on investment of that $149 per month, that is only $1,800 invested per year. Wow, $2,000, nothing, right? Yep. But the average return is about $25,000 a year. If we just said that the average employee makes $50,000 to $60,000, we just show everybody how to be able to put more of their money back every 2 weeks into their job paycheck. A lot of people want to start their businesses. If we get them an instant pay raise of $600 to $2,000 every single month back into their paycheck, they can pay those bills up in advance. They can pay the bills up 90 days in advance and plan a nice trip in the summertime just with taking that action step of letting our partners do the thing you guys hate. So the other thing is that your role is, what do you do? A lot of people always ask me, so what I do? Because a lot of people don't have to do the business, and we're blessed to have a lot of partners who are, some we call them silent partners or customers, who actually just utilize our experts alone. They don't have to upgrade and get a business. They don't lower their taxes, right? But all they do is upload their documents to the experts, and they consult with professionals every single day that they get paid or they have to pay for something, right? Their role is to ship your money back to you. How many people would love to save money on everything that you're already spending money on? See, our partnership with our Lifestyle and Legacy membership, hey, you do a lot with investing, Sandra. Can you help us out with letting us know what we do here?
Absolutely. So this is the next level. You see, Mr. Partner, once we do things on level 1, which we just barely touched about, now we want to make this money work for you. See, this is how now our private banking go to work. Private banking meaning that this is a form of, I don't want to say too much without, letting the cat out the bag. However, we like to call this our banking on steroids, where, you put some money in, and Mr. Ponder, You take a little quick nap, and you wake up, you're like, oh my God, I've made some money. See, that's what private banking is. And it's not just a cookie cutter strategy where our experts, drop below, expert, not me, not Mr. Ponder, the experts are going to work with you one-on-one to see how now we can make that money grow for you. Purchase land. This is the land banking that we were discussing. See, the experts, once again, they've gone out and searched where is this money being made? Where is this land? And they buy it at a wholesale rate, but because membership has its privileges, now guess what? You're able to purchase at a very, very heavily discount. And then that way you hold on to it. And then once again, you go to sleep and wake back up, make some more money. It's just all about that. And the precious metals. This is one of the ones that we really, really like to focus on because there are so many words, so many jargons and things like that we can use. All I know is, when you think about the precious metals, when it comes down to gold, when it comes down to silver, when it comes down to any of those precious metals, see, those are, that's God's money. See, you can't go out and make gold. You can't go out and make silver. It's only a limited supply. So when you're talking about membership, see, we're just not going to tell you go where to buy it. We're going to educate you because we're a company where we like to educate our members and let them know why you're doing this, why you should do this. Even though the times and the inflation and things like this is what we recommend because once again, that word, those are the experts. Last but not least, when it comes down to trust funds, see, we don't just talk wheels over here. We're just going to talk, just basic. We're going to talk something called a complex trust. See, anybody can just go out and do a trust here and there. See, our experts, once again, they've done this for so many of our members. They're going to get you where literally whatever you want to leave in your legacy is left. There's no court that's going to question anything we do. And see, Mr. Ponder, the good thing about it is that word again, hate, they just do all of the things that we either don't know how or we don't want to do. So, like I said, the membership has its privileges. Absolutely.
Love it. You was talking about a few people who actually got some of the investment options that we have when it comes to multiplying their money. A good friend of ours, Clovell, is a veteran, one of those people who are in the military. Who I think he did a little bit more than 20 years, but he went from military to multiple assets. A lot of people, when they go to different places like the military, are looking for great places to put their money so it can still make them more money, right? And not just have money come in, but when that money comes in from military pensions, all those kind of things, what about making that money make some more money? This gentleman has over a five-figure silver collection in silver, right? Our company, when she was talking about those precious metals, you can get platinum, you can get any of those kind of metals that are considered assets. And again, assets are things that make you money, and liabilities are things that take it away. Now, for those of you who need a cash infusion, right? This is optional. This is where we was telling you guys the home-based business. You can refer this lifestyle and this legacy membership to friends, family, so many people, whoever needs help for just $100. And the company will pay you daily and weekly for referrals, but our membership is $149, shifting that money back to you, letting experts do the work. But somebody in the comment section say daily guarantee. Me and our inner circle, we do a lot of planning. We do a lot of training when it comes to improving everybody around us. Daily guarantee. See, meaning, Ms. Burton, is it safe to say most businesses have a team?
Absolutely.
Anybody, drop some real companies' names down in the comment section. McDonald's, Google, right? Corporate, right? All of them start with an executive board, right? I was taught by somebody many years ago. It says, why do people feel so comfortable hopping at the bottom of somebody else's business structure versus starting at the top and building your own? Simply in our executive suites, they pay anywhere from $5 all the way up to $200 per day. Can anybody do some things in your personal lifestyle or start planning for your legacy with a minimum $200 per day? That's $6,000 in addition to what you're already doing on your W-2, what you're already doing with your 401k. This doesn't interrupt any of that. This is just in addition to. Our regional directors earn anywhere from $300 per day all the way up to $1,000 per day. That's $30,000. That's somebody's life insurance beneficiary whole package. You feel me? But this is what some members in our organization, I'm gonna show you guys a few. And if you guys are connected with me on Facebook, you guys see me at Game Changer. You guys see me at live events with these people all the time who are making these kind of numbers on a part-time basis. And you guys know the good thing is they didn't have to go to college for 4 years to learn how to do this and get a BS. They didn't have to do the additional 2 years with the student loans or come out of pocket to pay to learn how to yield $45,000 a month. Because our national directors earn anywhere from $45,000 a month up to $450,000 per month. That's $5.4 million a year, ladies and gentlemen. So the key thing is in our compensation plan, no matter if you just want to get your car note paid and have it on autopilot, or you actually want to have your kids' car notes and bills on autopilot, you guys can determine now your own income. This is how we get paid. We have a metric system that allows us to show every day at 5 p.m. I know Miss Burton just had her phone ring. A lot of the partners on the phone, my phone just rang for $50. But the key thing is, even with $50 a day, extra $1,500 a month, when I hit $600 a month, I put my car note on autopilot. Now I'm putting myself in a position to be able to have my rent and mortgage paid on autopilot and position myself to get with that DCA and PRA because I'm ready for my money to make more money, right? Here's an example of how some of our partners' checks come in one day. See, in one day, you can get anywhere from $30 to $150 per person who actually gets their own wealth membership. Somebody in the comment section put wealth membership. $30 to $150 per person. Ms. Burton, it's 50 states in the country, right? What if one person in your organization actually came in every state today? Somebody put today. Can you guys imagine $150 times 50 states? Because you guys did something one time, but now over and over, you position yourself for a daily guarantee of anywhere from $150 to $450,000 per month. Our mentor, Brian M. Bean, ladies and gentlemen, he's like we call him the GTO, the greatest trainer of all time, because not only he trains corporations and home-based businesses, he's been doing this for many years. This is why you guys can see in one day, Mary got started, $30. Reginald, Ronald, Elijah, Amy, that says Amy, that's $30. Crystal came in, that's $100 a check, $30. The daily guarantee, that's a whole check by itself with our company, guys. That $1,000 per day, that's a minimum $30,000 in addition to all these different bonuses. It says Temple got started in one day, that was $50. Jacqueline got started, that's $70. This is over $1,500 in 24 hours in our compensation plan. No matter who you guys are, you guys can do this, but we have training, we have support, we have weekly meetings, whatever you need, right, to win, we got you. This is one of the best things I ever heard. He says, now I make more money in a month than my degree from Morehouse College. Shout out to all the Morehouse men, right? He said, more than my degree paid me all year. That's what I want to do, right? Let's see this. Well, but don't worry. You guys can track your lifestyle, your luxury, and your legacy bonuses. It shows your team size. Our back office shows your status, your income, and the leadership board. I see Ms. Burton and our team was on the boards recently, right? So we got state-of-the-art training. Ms. Burton, can you tell them a little bit about our mentor? 1 second. Hold on. I think you got you on mute. You're talking in parentheses.
All right. This young man right here, like you just said, you've already showed his paycheck. You're just being nosy. So the paycheck y'all just saw was this young man right here. This is our first $1 million earner for the company. See, he just didn't get the $1 million and start balling out of control. No, it's something called cash asset equals cash flow. So imagine in the upper right-hand corner, you see him with his vintage cars. See, all three cars right now are rentable units where he can rent them to Mr. Potter, he rents them to the movie theater. It's prom time. There are a lot of young ladies, young men are going to be posing with these three cars. See, that is what you're supposed to do. A lot of us like nice luxury things. However, when you take that cash and you spend on it, that asset needs to return you more money. See, the theater, it's not just any theater. This is an amphitheater, you guys. It is currently in process. If you follow this man at Bean Acres, you will see where now there are trees being cut down. There are all types of contractors. This is no longer a dream. It's actually being built as we speak. Last but not least, he does have a lake. This lake has ducks. This property has, look, what do you call it, tree houses and cabins and things like that. So everything is where it's making money. And last but not least, he's international. Guess what, guys? He has an Airbnb in Dubai that he's gonna like really, really, really now take it to the next level. So when you're talking, we're not only just showing you, we're not only just talking about it, we're able to show you where people have taken this money, have taken this thing serious, where all we do is expose. See, we don't explain anything, we just expose them. And see, the next slide right here is where, you know what, here's a quick snapshot. Mr. Ponder is just showing y'all everything today. Where now everybody on here right now, these are our millionaire ring earners. Whether it be Brian, the young man you just saw, whether it be Christy Howard, whether it be Trevor and Shirley, whether it be Charles and Judith, and last but not least, Shayna Rollins. See, we call her the design girl. Because you know what, Mr. Ponder she does all the graphics, and especially, you know what, the slides you just saw, I'm pretty sure she had a little. So what we like to do is, a lot of times people like to nickel and dime or do a la carte and things like that. So the slide you see right here is where people will say, well, I don't need this, Mr. Ponder, but I may need that. See, if you were to take everything that we offer, whether it be now individual services from somebody like an accountant like myself, or a road agent, anybody that in the debt to wealth side, now you want to work on your credit, you want to now talk with someone, whether it be land banking. See, we take all of those things, and when you add them up, Mr. Ponder, see that there's a value of $100,000 plus your home-based business. However, like he said, there's only a one-time upgrade of $100, and then the monthly membership. See, paying into that monthly membership, Mr. Ponder, see, that is where now your membership actually has its privileges. And so on top of that, I know you just keep giving us stuff more and more and more and more. There's some legal aid documents. See, when you're doing business or you're taking care of sometimes things as an individual, there are some legal documents that you may need here and there. Well, guess what? The membership provides those legal documents as well. And see, on this slide right here, this is one of my favorites because I'm one of those people who's a very busy person. But if you start telling me there's money and rewards and things like that on stuff I'm already doing, and all I got to do is, Mr. Ponder, just do one little extra thing. See, the MWR reward, that is where we have games daily. It's just like bingo. You go in, put your number in, you may get it, you may not. However, some of the prizes range from gift cards to TVs and bigger items. And like I said, it's places that you were going to eat lunch or dinner anyway. Last but not least, Mr. Ponder, I'm going to go ahead and give you this slide. Let them know, they're not in business by themselves. We're going to give them a little help.
Big facts. Training and support is everything. They always say everything rises and falls on leadership. And the extradition movement way is to keep wealth simple. What you guys just heard was a 5-step process we utilize with every new L.L.C, every new lifestyle and legacy coach, everybody who starts a lifestyle and legacy company. We like to show you guys how to shift more money to yourself, increase your cash flow and your assets, multiply your assets and cash flow, protect them with a complex trust fund where we'll teach you what jurisdiction it needs to be in, what structure it needs to be in. But most importantly, the LE and simple is we'll show you how to leverage everything, like Zooms like this. For everybody who's watching right now today on this Thursday, a couple hundred people will see this by 12 p.m. tonight. But in another month, it'll be hundreds and thousands of people who will see this same thing. Mentor always told me a picture is worth 1,000 words, but a video is worth 10 million. And with videos, we got weekly Zoom trainings over the years, regional conferences, national conventions, our own inner circle called the EDM Community Extra Digit Movement. We got our own mobile app that teaches and trains you on the next level strategies, how to be a better business owner and make your assets make you long lasting income for years to come. So, with that being said, we just wanted to take a quick second out of our day just to share with a few people who may share with a few people our wealth membership and our home based business. At this moment, you're either a number two and you want some of this, just like a lot of people do, or you're a number one like us and you want everything. What is a number two though? A number two says, I just want the membership only. I want those experts to help me with my taxes, my debt, my bills going down so my credit score got up. We got you. The key thing is that not only covers yourself, it covers your spouse or loved one in your household as well for only $149.97. Ms. Burton, before MWR, I was paying a company $150 a month just on credit and nothing happened. I paid it for like 9 months. Ladies and gentlemen, my credit score went up over 110 points in less than 4 months working with our experts. But if you take the membership alone, you get no daily compensation. You don't get to turn your expenses of your household into, your bills or your expenses into income producing activities. A lot of us are number ones. We just decided to upgrade for $100 one time. We all got our Visa MWR card that allows us to be able to take our compensation. You guys can take advantage of our daily, our residual income bonuses, and so many different things that we just talked about on this conversation. The value is over $100,000, y'all. Keep and put more of your money back into your pockets is the purpose why we actually had this conversation. So with that being said, Ms. Burton, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for taking a second out of your time, because I know you're still working on some stuff during tax season, but it's nothing like serving on a huge scale like this to help so many more people improve their lifestyle and their legacy. Listen, I'm Bernard Ponder. I hope you guys got some great value from this. Team, I see you guys in the background. I appreciate your support and the sharing of this information throughout the week. But do not miss our conversation next Thursday. Same channel. Get back with a person who you believe can benefit from this. Because imagine if you bring 3, 5, 20 of your cousins, friends, whomever, and they see this same opportunity, not only just for whatever you saw, but something in simple that benefited them. Imagine where you guys could be in the next 2 to 3 years. So with that being said, we'll see you guys on the Zoom, the beaches of the world, because we just showed you guys the bank. So y'all have a great week, but share this with a friend. Get back with the person who invited you, and we look forward to growing with you. See y'all soon.